You know they were not good for you. You have the evidence, the disrespect, the broken promises, the moments that left you questioning your own sanity. And yet, you miss them. Not occasionally, constantly. You catch yourself reaching for your phone to text them. You replay the good moments on a loop. You find yourself wondering what they are doing right now, whether they have changed, whether leaving was the right decision. And the most frustrating part is that you cannot explain why you miss someone who clearly did not treat you the way you deserved. You are not crazy. You are not weak, and you are not the only person who has ever felt this way. Here's the truth no one tells you. You do not actually miss the person. You miss the version of them they showed you in the beginning. Every unhealthy relationship has a golden phase, a season where the other person was attentive, present, and everything you had been hoping for. That version of them felt so real that your heart recorded it as the truth. And now, even after everything that followed, the coldness, the manipulation, the pain, your heart keeps returning to that original recording. You are homesick for a place that no longer exists. This is not a flaw in your character. It is how the human heart was designed. Ecclesiastes 3:11 says, God has set eternity in the human heart. You were built to hold on. You were built for permanence, for loyalty, for deep connection that does not expire. The problem is not that you hold on too tightly. The problem is that you're applying a God-given instinct to a situation God is asking you to release. There's a term for what's happening to you. Intermittent reinforcement. It means that when someone gives you love inconsistently, sometimes warm, sometimes cold, sometimes present, sometimes absent, your brain becomes more attached, not less. Consistent love feels stable. Inconsistent love feels addictive. The uncertainty keeps you reaching. The occasional moments of warmth feel like a reward after a drought, and your brain begins to crave the cycle. You are not missing the person. You are missing the relief you felt every time they came back. Think about what you actually miss. Is it the arguments? The anxiety of waiting for a reply? The feeling of walking on eggshells? No. You miss the laughter at 2 in the morning. You miss the way they looked at you when things were good. You miss the potential, the person you believed they could become if they just tried a little harder. But that potential was never a person. It was a projection. You fell in love with a rough draft and spent the entire relationship waiting for a final version that was never written. David understood this kind of grief. In 2 Samuel, after Absalom, David's own son, betrayed him, tried to steal his throne, and was eventually killed, David wept. He cried out, "Oh, my son Absalom, my son, Absalom! If only I had died instead of you." David did not mourn the betrayal. He mourned the son he remembered, the boy before the rebellion. He missed a version of Absalom that no longer existed, and his grief was so consuming that it nearly cost him his kingdom. If this is putting language to something you've been carrying, subscribe to Bible and Boundaries. These are the conversations about faith and healing that most channels will not have with you. Sometimes missing someone is not a sign that you should go back. It's the part of you that was built for love, the Christ-like part, the part designed for covenant and faithfulness, grieving the loss of what you hoped would last. That grief is holy, but it is not a compass. Just because your heart aches for someone doesn't mean your feet should walk back to them. Proverbs 26:11 puts it bluntly, "As a dog returns to its vomit, so fools repeat their folly." That verse is not calling you a fool. It's warning you that the pattern you feel right now is not love, it's a pattern, and patterns can be broken. The reason you can't stop thinking about them is not because they were the best thing that ever happened to you. It's because they were the most familiar thing, and familiar is not the same as good. You do not need to go back. You need to grieve what you thought it was, accept what it actually was, and make room for what God has next. What do you miss most about the person you know you should not go back to? Sometimes naming it out loud is the first step towards letting it go. Tell us in the comments. And if this video helped you understand what your heart has been doing, Subscribe to Bible and Boundaries. And if you're in the middle of healing from a relationship you know wasn't right for you, the Bible and Boundaries Healing Journal was designed for exactly this season. 30 days of guided scripture and reflection to help you process the grief without going backwards. The link is in the description. Use code WELCOME for 20% off. We'll see you in the next video.